Good morning, Mantas. Today's part 2 of the decline of civilizations, and we're going to be looking at India, in particular, Harappan culture. So we're going to do that with a video, 2 of them, in fact, one on Harappan culture, and also the disappearance of the Indus River Valley. So traditionally, there have been 2 main theories about why the Harappan civilizations declined and disappeared. Below, fill in the table with the information from each of the sources. You have external factors like invasions or environmental perhaps, and also internal factors that are governmental, cultural, and societal. Let's look at one of these. I'm going to show you how to do this. Now, you want this? Something like this. And set this up exactly how you have it there, because you can make some notes, and you'll have to get good at this anyway in life and in school. Internal factors, external factors. You know what those are in your head, right? All right, we're going to start and walk through it. Here we go.
Do you love boating? Do you want a hassle-free boating experience? You need to check out Freedom Boat Club. Freedom Boat Club is your affordable alternative to boat owners.
The decline of the Harappan culture. The city of Harappa was divided into 2 parts. The citadel, which was home to the great public bath, 2 large assembly halls and residential buildings that housed around 5,000 people. The lower city was laid out in a grid-like pattern. Most people lived here and seemed to have been traders or artisans. The people of Harappa resided with others who were in the same profession as theirs. A variety of artifacts found suggest that the people of Harappa had a wide range of occupations. Goods made in the Indus Valley traveled as far as Mesopotamia, Afghanistan, and other parts of India. Extensive agricultural production and trade with Sumer in southern Mesopotamia supported life at Harappa. Wheat, rice, and a variety of vegetables and fruits were cultivated. The city had good irrigation systems and flood control measures in place. But in spite of this, evidence suggests that Mohenjo-daro was destroyed by severe floods and rebuilt 7 times. The Aryans arrived from the northwest. They hardly encountered any resistance. The Harappan people were overpowered by...
All right, as we're recording here. So 2 things. We can back it up just slightly here. And listen.
Peaceful lives with little fear of invasion. When the Aryans arrived from the northwest...
Okay, so external factors. Aryans invaded from northwest. There's also something else there, right? To be real specific. So, internal factors. Is that an external or an internal factor? What do you think? External, right? Invasions and environmental. Okay, so Aryans invaded from northwest is an external factor, as well as the Mohenjo-daro River flooded Harappan. Okay, let's play.
This evidence suggests that Mohenjo-daro was destroyed by severe floods and rebuilt 7 times. The people of Harappa seem to have lived peaceful lives with little fear of invasion. from the northwest, they hardly advance. The Harappan people were overpowered by their superior military skills. Archaeologists R.D. Banerjee and Sir.
That's a good detail. When you're saying Aryans invaded from northwest, you may also want to put superior military. Here we go. Back to play.
John Marshall rediscovered this historic site in the 1920s. A number of artifacts were excavated from the area. The humped Brahmani bull seal, Pashupati, the priest king statue.
Internal factors, right? All right. All right, Mantas, let's continue here. Look at this next video. Actually, let's look at this one. Let's do this together. All right, this section. All right, the Great Indus River Valley Civilization, located in modern-day India and Pakistan, began to decline around 1800 BCE. The civilization eventually disappeared along with two great cities, Mohenjo-Daro and Harappa. Harappa lends its name to the Indus Valley people because it was the civilization's first city to be discovered by modern archaeologists. Archaeological evidence indicates that trade with Mesopotamia, located largely in modern Iraq, seemed to have ended. The advanced drainage system and bounds of the great cities were built over or blocked. Writing began to disappear with the standardized weights and measures used for trade, and taxation fell out of use. Scholars have put forth different theories to explain why the differences of Harappans, including the Aryan invasions and climate change marked by overwhelming monsoons. So, the first, Aryan invasion theory. That this was the main one that we just saw in the video, that the Indus Valley River civilization may have met its demise due to invasion. According to one theory by British archaeologist Mortimer Wheeler, a nomadic Indo-European tribe called the Aryans suddenly overwhelmed and conquered the Indus River Valley. Wheeler, who was the Director General of the Archaeological Survey of India from 1944 to 1948, posted that many unburied corpses found at the top levels of the Mohenjo-Daro archaeological site were victims of war. The theory suggests that by using horses and more advanced weapons against the peaceful Harappan people, the Aryans may have easily defeated them. Yet shortly after Wheeler proposed the theory, other scholars dismissed it by explaining that the skeletons were not victims of invasion massacres, but rather the remains of hasty burials. Wheeler himself eventually admitted that the theory could not be proven, and the skeletons indicated only a final phase of human occupation, with the decay of the city structures likely a result of it becoming uninhabited. Later opponents of the invasion theory went so far as to state that adherents to the idea put forth in the 1940s were subtly justifying the British government's policy of intrusion into and subsequent colonial rule over India. Various elements of the Indus River civilizations are found in later cultures, suggesting the civilization did not disappear suddenly due to an invasion. Many scholars believe in an Indo-Aryan migration theory, stating that the Harappan culture was assimilated during a migration of Aryan people into northwest India. So the climate change theory. Other scholarship suggests the collapse of the Harappan society resulted from climate change. Some experts believe that the drying of the Saraswati River beach began around 1900 BCE was the main cause for climate change, while others conclude that a great flood struck the area. Any major environmental change, such as deforestation, flooding, or droughts due to a river changing course, could have had disastrous effects on Harappan society, such as crop failures, starvation, and disease. Skeletal evidence suggests many people died from malaria, which is often spread by mosquitoes. This also would have caused a breakdown in the economy and civic order within the urban areas. Another disastrous change in Harappan climate might have been eastward moving monsoons or winds that bring heavy rains. monsoons can be both helpful and detrimental to a climate depending on whether they support or destroy vegetation and agriculture. The monsoons that came to the Indus River Valley aided the growth of agricultural surpluses, which supported the development of cities such as Harappa. The population came to rely on seasonal monsoons rather than irrigation, and as the monsoons shifted eastward, the water supply could have dried up. So, I want you to continue this and do your best to answer those questions. I'll be online, so you just ping me if you need me. You guys are great.